Hey everyone, I am going live here. Sorry, I'm doing it on my phone, which I don't normally do. So I'm trying to get this all. Okay, all right. Hopefully we're good to go. So I'm going live on my phone. I don't know if it's working or not. Hopefully you guys can tell me. I'm gonna try to open it up on my iPad, you know, to make sure people can find me. It feels like I don't know if it's working or not. But I'm going to be doing a few different things today. I have a craft show on Saturday, and I'm not ready at all. So I'm going to be doing some prep work for that. And of course this isn't working. Okay, let's try this. Because I can't see the chat, I don't think. If you're here, will you just say hi? If you just say hi so I can know if I can see it or not. Anyway, I'm prepping for my craft show, but I also just launched my tumbler maker accelerator. So I'm packaging some kits. So everybody who gets a kit for my class, it's a 5-week workshop. It's go at your own pace, but it's designed to just take 5 weeks to get through, to like really learn the ins and outs of making glitter tumblers with CrystaLac. It goes through each step of the process so you can master like each step. So you know that you have a good base coat, so that you know that you have, hi. Okay, people are here, great. Okay, I can't open it on my iPad because it's making me log into Facebook and I don't know my password. It's a whole thing. So I'm glad I can see it. So anyway, I'm just packaging up some glitter for the kits because anybody who joins my class gets a full kit of supplies, which includes like 10 different glitters, pattern vinyl, a tumbler, a cup turner, stuff like that. So I just want to finish getting all this glitter packaged up and ready to go. And then I am going to prep some of the things I need to bring on Saturday. I'm like completely not ready at all. And then of course it's Saturday, right? I have all my cups are done. All the cups I'm bringing are done. I do need to do a bunch of sublimation things, but that just takes a few minutes. But I just have a few mugs and tumblers to sublimate. But I am finishing a design that's like local to where I live. We have like a little downtown area. I'll show you guys. We have a little downtown area. So I took some pictures and then I'm drawing, and it's like downtown established, like 19 whatever. And I'm gonna put that on a couple mugs, but I'm just finishing up that design that I'm doing in Procreate, just so I can have a few things like specific to where I live. It's at a local school. It's a small show. It's a local elementary school that I have like one table, so I don't need like too much stuff, but I am making these like ornament painting kits, so I have to fill those up as well. I got these, I'm gonna do this in a few minutes, but I got these little like things to fill up with paint, and then I'm gonna make little ornament kits. And then I also think, if I can get it together in time, last year I bought let me know, you guys, if you've ever gotten the like $10 box, like mystery box from Michael's, because I bought one last year. It was overall a very big disappointment. I got a box. It had, the only decent thing in there was 2 big containers of ornaments, like the plastic ornaments, but otherwise the whole box was filled with Christmas pine cones. Like I'm not exaggerating when there were like 12 bags of Christmas pine cones in this box, and 2 boxes of ornaments. That's what I got. So I want to take those ornaments and make little ornament kits as well. So I'm going to take some of this glitter that I'm bagging up, or just, I have so much glitter, so maybe some that I just have down in my crafting space. I want to put together a little ornament kit as well. So I'll have a little bit of glitter, maybe like 2 of the ball ornaments, and then some like bright tone, because I have a lot of extra. So I thought, you know what, that's a good way to use that up. But you could use, you know, like the polyacrylic, but I'm gonna put it in little bottles and then sell little like glitter ornament kits so people can make their own. That'll help me sort of, it's like a win-win. I don't have to make the ornaments, I have to put the kits together, and then other people can make them, and I can get rid of the literal 100 ornaments that I have. So it's only a 3-hour show. So I don't need like all that much, but last year I pretty much sold like, I would say 90% of the tumblers that I brought. So I just want to make sure I have extra things, but I also am trying to have a lot of things that are at a lower price point, not like a $45 glitter tumbler, which I think, you know, people like those, but with just the way things are right now, people obviously aren't spending as much money, with good reason. I went to the grocery store yesterday, you know, for groceries, and my daughter really likes the like Little Bites chocolate chip mini muffins. And they are regularly priced. 1 box of like 5 packages is $8.50. $8.50. I remember like probably 1 year ago, I was looking at it and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't keep buying these. They're like $4.50, and now they're $8. So anyway, all that to say is that people are obviously don't have as many funds to spend because our grocery bills have doubled in the past 2 years. So I'm trying to make a lot of things for my show that are at like a lower price point, but still like good. And I think like the ornament kits are fun since it's an elementary school. Most of the people who are coming are parents to elementary school kids. So I think having a painting kit, an ornament kit, is like a fun activity they can do together, a good memory. And I truly believe that like meaningful gifts, people still need to buy gifts for people, even if they're spending less on the gifts, they still want it to be meaningful and impactful. So the ornaments that I'm bringing, the cups, the things, they all, you know, serve that purpose. So that's why I kind of keep doing what I'm doing. But right now, I'm filling up some glitter, partially for the ornament kits I was just talking about, but more so for the kits that I make for the tumbler makers that join my class. So let me know in the chat if you guys do craft shows, if you're planning to do craft shows, if you want to do craft shows. Let me know in the chat, because I don't do a lot of them, but I do this small one every year, and just having 2 kids that I'm the sole caregiver for, basically, is hard, you know, to do like a full weekend of craft shows, but I do want to start doing a little bit more. I'm just curious where you guys are at. I really like this small one that I do, because it's like low stakes. Like it's 1 table, so it doesn't take a lot of product to fill up 1 like 8-foot table. It's all like local families and parents. Like it's the elementary school in my town. So I know a lot of people there. I know a lot of the kids there that come through. It's like it's like an event. They have like a pancake breakfast and I don't know, other things. Last year Anna and Elsa came. And so, you know, it's to get the kids there, but it's a little bit more low stakes because the table costs me like $30, and it's a fundraiser for like the school like parent organization. So like I'm happy to, you know, contribute to that because my kids benefit from that and all the things that they do. And then it's only one table. So it's like I'm only, if I sell nothing, which I think would be, I would be stunned if I didn't sell a single thing. Like it's only $30, you know what I mean? Some of the like bigger events are hundreds of dollars. They have a lot more traffic. You ideally would then sell a lot more, but I think if you're just starting, doing something small and local is a good place to start. You can like kind of get a gauge of the community. Like I already know I know my community and I know sort of the things that they're looking for. I know what they liked last year. I know the things that they didn't like last year. So like that helps. Like the more you do, the more you learn. But if you could find something local, like in your town, at like a church or a school or a community center, something a little bit smaller, I think that's a good place to start. That's where I started. And that's honestly, I'll do this show, honestly, for as long as they have it and as long as my kids go to the school, I will do it because I'm also about to like text some of the moms that I know from like preschool and just be like, hey, blee blee blah show is happening this weekend. Come by and support. There's a couple other preschool moms that have tables that like we're all kind of connected. So I'm looking forward to it. And then I also feel like if you're doing in-person craft shows, a lot of it is like you showing up and your kind of personality through it. Like, are you being approachable and nice and kind and helping people find what they need? That's a big piece of it. So like, you know, you can't just be like sitting there in the corner, not smiling. People, you know, like I think people buy at my table because I'm like nice and personable and I talk to them, and I think that like that helps. I don't know, not like in an annoying way, not like in the way that like you go to a store and the salespeople don't leave you alone. You know what I mean? Like you show up and then like 2 seconds later they're like, "Can I help you?" And then they like follow you around the store. Not like that, but just being kind and nice and making small talk, and that's always helpful for these in-person shows. You also want to have, you know, different items at different price points, because at the end of the day, the stuff that we are selling is not a necessity, right? These are luxury items, even if they're only $20. Like it's still an item that this person doesn't really need. You know what I mean? But it can be a meaningful gift. I think that having things local, like connected to your local community is helpful because people like that stuff, or like a local school color, like school colors, like mascots, stuff like that. And then kind of like knowing your audience. So like before you sign up for a show, see if you can connect with anybody who has done it before or the person running it to kind of figure out like who's coming. Because if, you know, I see a lot of people being like, oh, I sold out of a lot of like cow themed things. Well, cow themed things here in Chicago area like isn't fully, like it doesn't fully match up. Not saying that people don't like cows here. And if you go to like the more southern parts of Illinois, like there's obviously a lot of farms, but there's not so many here. So like we, you know, just kind of knowing the people that are coming. If you're like going to like a hunting and fishing related event, then you can make things geared to that. If you're going to an event at a church, you might make some more like faith-based things, or if you're like, you know what I mean? So those are just all sort of things to think about. as you're prepping or thinking about craft shows, those are the things I'm thinking about. Sort of like, okay, last year a lot of people used it as like the families came together. So like the school that is at is like kindergarten through 5th grade. And a lot of parents came with their kids, and the kids were walking around picking out gifts for their parents, for grandparents. And then like a few parents were like, they would like come up and be like, I need to buy these 3 cups right now for my kids before they come back. So like a lot of it was not necessarily buying things for their kids, although some of it was. And then a lot of the time, like the parents would like give their kid like a $20 bill and be like, okay, go pick something out for grandma or grandpa or whatever. So, that is a beautiful gold. Okay, this is, I bought a bunch of glitter to like put in my kits. So I don't actually sell it individually. It doesn't like have it comes straight from the supplier. So like it doesn't have a name, it's just mine. But I don't have it for sale. But if you want, you can connect with me on Instagram. I'm happy to like find a similar gold from like, if you go to like Glitzy Kreations or Glitter Dip Sips that I have linked in the description here, they have golds that are really similar. But this one is just, it's like straight from the manufacturer. So, and I don't sell it individually. These are going in kits for my students. Then some of them are gonna be for ornament kits. So I'm almost done packaging up most of this glitter. And then we'll move on to some paints for some painting kits. So I recently started, if you're not subscribed to my channel, welcome. I have been making glitter tumblers with CrystaLac for the last 5 years. And I've been teaching people how to do that. As I grow older, if you will, I am just feeling like I want to do different things. So recently I got a direct-to-film printer to make more apparel, and I'm working on some local connections to make apparel for different places, and also local makers to do some like transfers. So I'm gonna be doing a few more videos on that sort of stuff. And then I've also been working with a guy, a local guy who has like a warehouse shop. He well, he has all sorts of machinery and cool things. But the reason I have been going there is because he has a big laser cutter, like a big 60-watt laser cutter. So I can cut like wood, acrylic, all of those things. So because I don't have the space in my house to do that, or to get one, I have been going there and just renting and like using it as much as I want instead, which has been so fun because I get to connect with like another kind of maker person that's local here, which is always fun. And I get to use the machinery. He did all the setup, you know, he obviously bought it and did all the setup and upgrades and all those things. So I've been doing a lot of wood laser cutting. So I'm getting glitter everywhere. Let me clean this up real quick. So I've been doing a lot of laser cutting, right? And part of that is because I wanted to try something new. I'm having a lot of fun designing the different cuts, but also then painting. And it's just like it's just a different little medium to do, but it's not something that like is always super accessible because the printers are super expensive. Hold on, I gotta grab something real quick. So, where is it? Yep, I don't know. So a few things that I have laser engraved and cut are some ornament kits. So, well, I didn't design these, but I cut them, and I'm going to package up some paint, a paintbrush, and some string and an ornament. And these will be little like DIY paint kits. I have some sports themed ones as well that like I'm just gonna package up. And then I also did some claw clips, like the hair clips that go in your hair, that I'm going to paint and then glue onto the claw clip and bring those to the show as well. So the first thing though I need to do is I need to fill up a bunch of these little paint things for my paint kits. I bought just some like washable paint from Amazon because these are obviously meant for kids, and there would be nothing worse, in my opinion, than giving parents not permanent paint for their kids to paint with, right? So I don't know exactly what colors I'm gonna do. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots. I feel like I should do black and white. I feel like I should do red and green for Christmas. These are ornaments after all. Maybe yellow and blue, just as like primary colors. But that does leave some cute other colors, but I suppose, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go primary colors. If you're here and listening, let me know what you think. Because then they can like mix different things. I mean, there's our Christmas. Maybe I don't need black because I don't think I need black. So maybe I'll go, I don't know what color. I feel like maybe purple. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a bunch of these. I got like 100 of them. And I'm gonna fill them with paint. And then I'm gonna close them up and they're gonna go in the paint kits. So let's start with white. Okay, purple. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. So we'll start with white. And then they're basically gonna go in a plastic little like bag, if you will, with a paintbrush. They're over there. This like cheap little paintbrush that I got on Amazon. And then I haven't decided. I think I might put 2 ornament blanks in each one, just because they have this paint and the paintbrush. Like, I feel like they could then make 2 ornaments. I don't know. Or I could do like 1, 2, or 3, like, because then if somebody has multiple kids, I don't know. I think I might put 2 in each. Because sometimes, like, at least how I feel, is like, hold on, this one, I don't think this has like a, this one didn't have a little seal on it. Like if I'm setting up everything to paint, getting my kids ready to do it, it's nice if they can do like more than one thing, you know what I mean? So I might, maybe I'll do 2. Two different, red, orange, yellow, green. I'm trying to go in order. So anyway, that's one thing I'm doing. I'm gonna have some paint kits. I'm gonna have some glitter ornament kits. So I'm gonna package up some glitter, maybe 2 different colors of glitter. I might do 2 ornaments in those as well. Just because each one, you know, only takes like a little bit of supplies, you know, like it's going to take a little bit, depending on what you're using, like polyacrylic or CrystaLac Ornament Magic or whatever you have, like whatever you're using, it uses like such a little bit, and then like a little bit of glitter. So I feel like it would be nice to have 2 different ornaments you can make as well. So I don't have bags for those yet. I'm hoping that the bags I'm using for these little paint kits will work as well, especially since I bought like a 100 pack on Amazon. So I have like 90,000 million. So I'm thinking like a little bag with a little bottle of like polyacrylic, and then maybe like 2 glitter colors, like 2 little bags of glitter colors, and 2 ornaments, and then like some string to actually like put through the top of the ornament. I agree with 2. The painting mess is already there. Oh yes, I totally agree. It's like if we're like going in, we've already like committed, like it's nice to just have a few options there. Okay, hold on. There was another question I think about. I haven't been live in so long. I'm like not used to doing multiple things at once. But thank you for being here. How are you enjoying your direct-to-film printer? I just bought mine. Ooh, I've really been liking it, actually more than I thought. It's been really fun to make transfers and like so easy. So like basically how it works, if you don't know about the DTF printers, I have the one from Pro Colored. It prints like, I think 11 inches wide maybe, and then as long as you want, which is fine. If you're doing a shirt, like you really don't need it at any size, any bigger than that, but you could also like print it sideways. So if you know what I mean, you can like make it work. Okay, so here are these little paint guys. I'm just making sure that they're fully closed. So anyway, so basically the setup was super easy. It took me like probably, I don't know, 40 minutes total to get it all set up and the software downloaded and everything. So I don't know which kind you got, but the one from Pro Colored came with videos. And like the videos that they have on like a flash drive, just go through those. They're really, really good. They'll be super helpful. And I've liked how consistent it is. Like I've had a few prints get messed up. I've print like, I don't know, probably like 70 transfers because I printed some for a friend and sent them to her. She had a t-shirt order and I printed them for her and everything. And I only had like a couple get messed up, and like one of them was because I tried to like cut it while it was still printing. Like, don't do that, but you know, I did. And so I feel like it's really consistent. The prints are really, really good quality. And I've been washing them a lot. So I made like a few shirts. Like I made some for my sister, I made some for me. And I've just been like putting them in the washing machine over and over. And they still look brand new. They've probably been through at least 10 times. And they still look really, really good. So I'm super excited about that. I like that it's not like, this is not, I didn't make this, but I like them. They're not like thick or like weird when you touch it or like bend it. So I like that. Do you have to clean the print head each night? So yeah, once a day I do a print head cleaning, only because I'm not printing transfers every day. Like if you were printing transfers every single day, you really wouldn't have to do that. But just the way my schedule is, like I don't have every day to do it, but I'm also still like building out the apparel aspect of my business. So I don't do all that much. But like I said, I'm trying to work with like local places, and that's going to pick up after the holidays. So yeah, so basically my printer's in my basement. So I just run down there and do a quick head cleaning every day. It takes like me like 20 seconds. And it's easy. So yeah, I do that every day. But if you were using it every day and like actually making prints, then you wouldn't have to. But I did go out of town for a weekend, and then I did go out of town and I left it. So I have let it go like a couple of days, and it's been fine. It's not something, well, I don't like go out of town very often. So I'm not too worried about that. But like if you have to leave it for a couple days, or if you forget one day, it's gonna be fine. There is a video, I haven't like actually watched it too closely, but there is a video that talks about how you can like, if you aren't gonna use it for a while, like you're gonna like put it away and not use it for a while, there is something you can do with the like with the ink, and like, I don't know, you have to take the syringe and do something with it. So that's always an option as well. 2, 4, 6, or like if you're like going on a 10-day vacation, that might be something you want to do. Or like you just know you're not going to be using it for a while. Okay, so I made 2, 4, 6. I'm going to make 15 total. 8, 10, 11. Okay. I'm just going to make 15 of these. The show is Saturday, so it's just a couple of days away. I'm gonna put them in a bag. I'm gonna package them in the bags today, hopefully. And then I also have, or I will have, before Saturday, have some listings on my website. So then if I run out, or people want more, or they want it, you know, they're like, oh, I want this, but I want it for my nephew that lives in California, whatever they decide, then they can order it as well. So I don't know, like I've never brought these to an event, but I think that people will like them. The other thing I'm gonna do, so I also just have so many tumblers and just a lot of stuff. And I don't know about you, but over the past like, well, for a while now, but really over like the past year, I'm like trying to get rid of like all my stuff. Like I have too much stuff. And that includes craft supplies and inventory and things. So I actually think for Saturday, the whole time I'm gonna have it be like buy 2, get 1 free of like anything. Like if you buy 2 things, you get 1 thing free, because I need it all. I need it all gone. I just need it gone. So even if I'm not making as much money selling each one individually, I just like really need them. I need all the tumblers out of my house is how I'm feeling. I need the ornaments out of my house. I need everything out. So I think I'm gonna do like basically my whole shop at the show, buy 2, get 1 free. So then hopefully people buy 2 things and then I get rid of 3 things. So that's my plan. All of the stuff I have is, I think, very fairly priced as is. Like, I feel like I could easily charge more, but I don't. But that's an issue for another day. And then I'm bringing, I've been making a bunch of custom ornaments for people with my laser cutter and things. And so I'm gonna bring some of those and like have a little sign that says like custom orders available or whatever, like visit my website for custom ornaments or something. I haven't decided yet. So, cause last year, the reason I have also so many things that are already made and that didn't sell last year is because I did the show last year and it was successful. I sold a lot. It was really good. But I also decided to have my stuff in a local store. So if you're looking for, different ways to sell your things, one thing I tried last year, and it's not that I wouldn't do it again, I'm not doing it this year, but there was a local store that offered up like tables for the month of December. And you had like, they basically moved things around. The store closed, the store closed. So that's not available, but it was like a plant store. It was really cute. But they basically moved things around and they had like maybe like 6, 8-foot tables for different local makers that you could buy the table and then they would take care of selling and packaging and all of those things. So it was a really cool idea. And maybe you guys have a local store in town that might do something like that. Like a lot of stores they'll have like commission setups. You can rent like a little area and it, each store kind of does things differently, but this one specifically was like a holiday pop-up. So I had all of my inventory for the craft show, and then I had all the inventory at the store. And unfortunately, while it was a good idea, the actual store, didn't get a lot of foot traffic. So if you're gonna do that, I would just see like, before you commit, I think it cost me like $100 for the month to have my stuff there all month long. They didn't take anything, like any commissions or anything outside of that. It was just like $100. And I ended up breaking even, so it was fine. And I feel like I got my name out there and it wasn't all bad, but like I would have liked to have thought about it a little bit more, and like asked the owner like, oh, like how many people come to your store? And like that store itself, a lot of the stores in my downtown area are like only open for like a couple hours and not every day. So it was like they were what felt like they were barely open. So like I think it's a good idea, and it is on my goal list for 2024 to look at the other little shops and boutiques that we have and figure out how to get my stuff in there. Like a lot of them you either like pay, like you like rent out like a shelf, not like a shelf, but like a little piece of the shelf, and you pay like monthly. Sometimes they, you know, they have your stuff and they keep whatever percentage of the sales made on your stuff. You know, there's different structures depending on the store and stuff like that. But if you're looking to, you know, I'm prepping for this craft show. My goal is to maybe do, well, I'm doing this one in the winter. I kind of want to find like a summer one, or maybe like a spring one, early summer, and then maybe like a fall one. I don't know. So I would do like 3 per year. I don't know if I can handle it. I might only do 2, but it's on my list to like look up different ones and see which ones might be a good fit for me. And then the other option is to get your stuff in local stores. So I want to, well, there's a couple things. I want to go to my town and like surrounding town. My town is like a cute little downtown strip. So it just has like those like small, locally owned like boutique shops, right? That's sort of, not every town has that. So I want to go and like talk to the different stores and see kind of what they do and make a video on that. That's one goal of mine, but I also want to get my stuff in the store. So I want to do a couple different things this year, but a couple of questions to ask like before you go do that. Like I paid $100 and then not that many people visited the store. So it's like, I didn't really ask that question or like think about it. I was like, oh, this is a cool idea. Yeah, for sure, I'll do it. And then I didn't really like dive deeper before I committed to bringing all my stuff there. So anyway, long story long, I have a lot of things left over from last year because then after it was over, so the craft show is this weekend. It was the same weekend last year. I brought all of the stuff that I had left over to the table at the store, and that stayed there through like, you know, the holiday through December. And I think I cleaned up my table like the first week of January. And then I didn't actually try to sell anything. Like I literally just like packaged it up and put it on a shelf. So I have a bunch of things left over. So I'm bringing all that, which was helpful in terms of prep for this year because I've been so busy with life and work and kids and everything that like I didn't have to make too many things this year. So that helped. But this year, like I said, I really want to like clear out all this inventory and just like get rid of everything. So I'm hoping that like a buy 2, get 1 free shop wide will help entice people to buy like 2 things and they can get like a free ornament or a free kit or whatever. Like if they buy a tumbler, 2 tumblers, then they can get a paint kit. Or they buy like a tumbler, a claw clip, they can get a free like kit. You know what I mean? So that's sort of where I'm at. All right. I've got one. I'm just gonna make sure these are all fully closed. These are actually like kind of hard to close. So I feel like it would be really easy to have these pop open a little bit like on accident and then they would dry out really fast. So if you're gonna do something like this, just take the time to make sure they are closed. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is start painting some of my claw clips. It shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna be using acrylic paint markers because there's like little details on them that like you could use a tiny paintbrush, but I'm gonna try to use these acrylic paint markers. I'll show you them in a second. Really wishing that I brought water over here, you guys. Really wishing. 45 minutes in and I really wish that I had some water. I mean, I could go get some, but whew. I'm like starting to get sweaty. I need coffee and I need water. All right, so I'm curious. I would love to hear in the chat. Those of you who are still here, I love you all. I'm so happy to hang out with you. I miss doing this. I think I'm gonna do it more often. Maybe I'll go live again. Maybe I'll go live again next week after the show, and I can do like a little recap, a little like debrief, if you will. And talk about how it went. I can talk about what sold, what didn't sell. Maybe I'll do that. I think that could be fun. I'm just gonna put this paint away. I've got 15, I need to get a box. Paint kits, and I think I have at least 15 ornaments that I cut, although I can't find the bag of the actual ornaments that I cut. So a couple of like strays are up here, but I have like a whole bag of them. So again, these are little like Christmas ornaments. They'll come with a paintbrush. Here, I have the paintbrushes right here. I got this little pack. I've got 2 different kinds, like a little tiny one. I mean, they're both tiny, but I think I'll do one of each, maybe paintbrush. And then these are the like plastic bags I got for it all to go in. So, well, maybe I'll start going live more for sure. It's been so long. It's just like for a while I was going live on Monday nights. Like, I mean, every week for probably a whole year. And it was just getting to be hard and a lot. If any of you are parents to young kids or maybe work a lot, like, you know, it's just like a lot to do extra things. Okay, so the other thing that I'm super excited about are these claw clips. So I got claw clips on Amazon. Let me open this. Sorry, it's loud. Got a variety pack, but here we've got 2 sizes, and we've got 2 sides. These are laser cut. I'm gonna paint them and put them on, one on each side. So these are little like Christmas lights. I'm gonna glue them on. And then I got these little, here's for the smaller one. These are little like pencils. I have a couple more designs that I want to cut, but I'm not going to the shop until Friday, so I don't think I'll be able to cut and paint, but maybe I'll get it done. I don't know. So what I did was, these have bright tone on them already, because if you have a laser cutter, if you get a laser cutter, there's always the potential to, you get like kind of like a burning, if you will, like a charredness. I'm missing one. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that later. I have an odd number. So putting the bright tone down first makes it a lot easier to wipe all that away. So if it gets like any of the char, like soot or whatever, like left on it, it's a lot easier to wipe away. So I have that done, and then I'm using these Thule acrylic paint pens. They have like a thin top, like this whole package, it comes with so many colors. I don't remember how much it was though. But I'm gonna paint these Christmas lights. I don't know what colors. Red, purple. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different lights on here. Maybe like a green. I don't know. Could do like a silver. So basically you gotta shake these up. I don't know, maybe I'll go more of like a classic color here. So I'm gonna go with these. I don't know. At least on this one. So you gotta shake them up and then you kind of like press them down and then the ink comes out. So then I'm just going to color in each bulb. Being careful to stay in the lines. And there's some red. I think I'm going to do the silver on like the top part. You know, like there's the bulb and then there's like the part that, the top part, I don't know what that's called. I think I'm gonna do that one in the silver. But, so you can see that before, I've never used it before. So it's white, but I gotta like press it down like this. It's already coming through. Just like press it in, ow. And then, oh, I lost the cap. It'll start flowing. So I am going to, this one's pretty. I do think that I'm gonna let these dry maybe for like 30 minutes or so, and then I'm going to do a second coat. Okay, so I don't have it handy, but I ended up buying like a plastic glue. That's like a 2-part glue. It kind of reminds me of like a PVC glue, but it's made for plastic. So it's like 2 parts. So I'm gonna put that. I shouldn't say it's not made for only plastic because it has to be for wood, but also include plastic. So like wood glue isn't gonna cut it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sand this a little bit, and then I'm gonna use that 2-part glue and hope that that works. But I need to glue them like today because I gotta make sure it works. These colors are really pretty, not gonna lie. This blue I just did, I'm really loving it. So maybe I need like a yellow or something to kind of, I don't know about yellow, maybe pink or orange. I'm gonna go with pink. So anyway, I got this plastic glue from like Lowe's or Home Depot by all of the other glues. They have all the glues, well, at least I think in both stores, but it's kind of by like all the caulk and stuff. It's like in the same aisle. There's like the Gorilla Glue and all of those things. So I got one that was specifically made to bond to plastic. was pretty cute, huh? I'm gonna do a little silver on the tips. I don't know what those are called. Does anybody know what the top part of the light bulb is called? I have no idea. Sorry guys, I can't talk and do it at the same time. That one's a little bit harder, but okay, let's see if you guys can see the little silver dots to kind of bring that together. And then I'm gonna let it dry, and well, I have a bunch of these to do, but I'm gonna let it dry, and I think then I will do a second coat. I'm gonna move into do some of these pencils though while we're here, because I'm only gonna stay on for a couple more minutes. So I'm gonna do the pencil tip with this brown, and then I think I'm gonna make each like pencil a different color. And I don't know what colors yet. I think red. I don't know. Let's see, I should see how many pencils there are first before I commit, because I could do like, I could do a pattern, right? If I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then like kind of like 16, but like barely 2 on the end. So if I have 16 pieces, if I choose like 5 colors, then I could do I can repeat it 3 times, right? And then have like 1 bonus one. All right, coloring in the lines is harder than it looks. So it's gonna take me a bit, huh? So a good thing I only have like, I've got 2, no, I only have, right now I only have 1 of the pencil ones. I might need to try to get to the shop tomorrow. Oh, I have to work tomorrow. Well, we're just gonna do the best that we can. I've got 2 of these pencil ones, and I've got 3 of the big ones, I should say. And then I've got like 3 each of the small ones. So here's the brown on the tips. You could probably barely see it. So if I did maybe like pink, this mint is really cute. We could do like pastels. Okay, no. We could do like pastel colors. That would be pretty. We could do like more vibrant colors, like orange and yellow and green, and like we could do like these colors. I think I'm gonna do these. I'm gonna do this like rainbow, now that I'm holding up the rainbow. But maybe I'll do one of each. I'm gonna keep these aside because I've got multiple. So I think I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna start with these colors though. I'm gonna keep these separate so I remember what color I did. Comes out really fast. Most of these I've never used before. So I'm gonna go pink. I'm gonna go red, orange. Yeah, pink, orange, yellow, green, purple. I have all these clips. I have a few left over, like I didn't cut enough wood pieces yet. So I'm thinking on Friday when I go to the shop, I think I'm gonna cut more, but not ones like to be painted, like just ones that are engraved, like a floral pattern or something like that. Because I don't really have time. I don't really have time. If I have to cut them on Friday, paint them, and then seal them, like that's not gonna work. So I think what I'll do is like just I'll prep them. So I have some wood that's already covered with a couple coats of bright tone. So I think I'll just bring that and like cut a couple claw clips like that are just like a florally design on the whole thing and just use that instead of cutting more that can be to be painted for now. I'm gonna, oops, just casually threw that on the floor. I'm going to like list them on my website, so I then would have more time to cut after that. Loving this so far, you guys. Let me do this pink and then I'll show you. This one's super cute. So yeah, and then tomorrow, like once it dries, I'll do a couple coats of bright tone on the top. Because, I mean, if you have Grand Finale, you can use Grand Finale, but I just have a lot of bright tone left over from the days before. But, okay, headed to work. Okay, thanks for hanging out. It's been really fun chatting with you. Hope you are having fun on your whatever projects you're working on. I'm going to finish this up and hop off pretty soon as well. I've got a busy day today. Obviously prepping for my craft show, and then both of my kids have gymnastics at different times. So we'll go to one, then we'll go to the other. We're pretty much right away. It's great. Wednesdays are fabulous. orange. Yellow. Sorry guys, I can't paint and talk at the same time. So here is where we are at with this one. It's super cute. I'm gonna do the other ones in the pastel. Cover this up with some bright tone and then glue it to the, oh, here it is. Glue it to the claw clip like so, and it's a perfect little teacher gift. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I've got my craft show this weekend on Saturday, and then maybe next week, Wednesday, I can go live as well. So then I can kind of talk through how it went and anything I would change, all of those things. We can meet again next week and talk about it. So I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you soon. Thanks for coming.